welcome to football under the Friday Night Lights once again. Here we are at Yorktown High School, and this is going to be a great National District matchup, at least if you're the Yorktown Patriots. I'm Afshin Banab along with my main guy, Kevin Jeter here. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, what's up, Afshin?
All right, this is going to be a great game. Hopefully, if you're the Yorktown Patriots, you see Bruce Hansen, Yorktown Patriots, and Bruce Hansen 7-0 right now, and not only are they 7-0, they are the number one overall seed in the Northern region. As far as the playoffs are concerned, we'll get into that as the game goes on. But Falls Church about to kick off right now. We'll get into our keys to the game in a minute. And, of course, Jordan Smith being the big guy for Yorktown.
That's right. He's quick and he's fast. And if he has a tendency to be a tad impatient, but if he keeps his cool about himself, then, you know, the sky's the limit for the Yorktown Patriots.
And here we are, Yorktown on a roll, already crossing midfield on the kickoff. Hernandez kicked off. Yorktown will take over in excellent field position. As we come to you from Greenbrier Stadium, 7-0 Yorktown Patriots, the 0-7 Falls Church Jaguars. What I do like about Falls Church is they got a lot of young players. They will be back, and next year I think they'll contend in the National District. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Patriots. Starting off a great field position, Kevin, at the Falls Church 42-yard line. Jordan Smith, of course, under center. Actually, he's out. He's working out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Of course, don't forget about MJ Stewart. That one's incomplete. One off of a receiver's hands and out of bounds.
Let's talk a little bit about the Yorktown Patriots and Alan Green and Austin Brown. Coach Bruce Hansen likes to use them, and when he uses them back and forth, they're usually pretty good.
They do. Spells MJ Stewart most of the time, but they do a good job when they come in. And he's used all 3 of them adequately. He knows what he's doing. Of course, Bruce Hansen's been here for over 20 years now. Again, Jordan Smith, there he is. He's going to keep this one, crosses the 40, down to the sidelines, and out of bounds. Nice run by Smith. It looks like it'll be short of the first down, however. Let's see where they exactly spot that ball.
Well, he's fast, as we pointed out, man. What a heck of a scamper, man.
He is fast. They call it a first down. Chris Williams, PA announcer here at Yorktown, obviously calls it a first down in his own tone. He did cross that mark. Actually made it down to the 26-yard line. Now he's under center. He's got 2 guys in the backfield. You know one of them is Stewart. He hands off. That is to number 6, and that is MJ Stewart.
96 carries and 10 yards per carry. I mean, that's quite phenomenal.
Actually not bad. He's one of the leading rushers in the Washington, D.C. area. I think he is in the top 10 now. And he's got well over 1,000 yards. At the end of this game, he'll have well over 1,000 yards. He's got just a little bit over 1,000 right now. I think he had about 1,007 coming in.
They're quite exciting to watch.
Yeah, they are. They are. Bruce Hansen, I think even if you ask him, he's a bit surprised by what his team is doing. But they're playing great ball. All right, there is the give. That is up the middle. Nice little run. And that is Austin Brown, number 32, carrying that ball. The big fella, like you said, Bruce Hansen's not afraid to hand the ball off to different guys.
I like that. I mean, that's a good culture, man.
Right.
And a nice scamper by Austin Brown, too.
It is. All right, first down again. Ball at the 14-yard line of Falls Church. Going downfield easily. That one is complete, and it is Micah Gregory, his big-time receiver. The 6-foot, 160-pound junior with a nice little catch. Gets it inside the 10-yard line. 7 yards on that one, and Yorktown just working their way downfield easily to open this up.
I'm kind of amazed how they're working the clock. I mean, working it towards their advantage very quick.
10 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, Jordan Smith and the guy's not giving us a chance to breathe right now.
He's being very productive.
He is. There's a nice pitch out, and that is, of course, to MJ Stewart. He's going to try to take it to the corner. Has a blocker in front of him. Does he make it? He does. Touchdown, Yorktown.
Wow. So the Patriots draw first blood.
They do. 7-yard scamper to the far side, as we see the replay right there. He makes it. He follows one blocker. He cuts it back inside. Nice run by Stewart. Stays on his feet.
And such a beautiful night for football, too. 55 degrees, crisp. Oh, man.
It's fall football, right?
Yes, it is.
That's how you want it. That's how you want it. So there you are. One of the keys to the game, if we can put these up right now, one of the big keys to the game, of course, is Jordan Smith. As you see the extra point. And that is good. Hit. Mason hit with a nice hit. 9:51 to go. One of the big keys to the game is Jordan Smith and his patience under center, and he's a good runner. He's one of those, he's a dual threat quarterback. He runs, he can pass.
Now we get to see what the Falls Church Jaguars or Jaguars, take your pick on the pronunciation, what they can do, man.
Omar Bismel for Falls Church. He is their leading quarterback for the Jaguars or Jaguars. And he's 5'11", 170-pound junior. And you know, Falls Church, again, a lot of young players on that team. And I think they will contend next year for the National District. But this is this year, and Yorktown is 7-0, number 1 overall. And we'll get to those playoff scenarios later on, of course. But the Patriots looking good. They've got Mount Vernon next week, and then they've got their season finale with W&L. Like we said, a great leader and quarterback, Jordan Smith, a great running game led by M.J. Stewart, one of the top backs in the D.C. area. You got to give props to Allen Green and Austin Brown, like you did, Kevin, and they beat a decent Langley team on the road last week. Langley is a pretty good team. They shut them out 21-0. That is another big key to this game, or any game for Yorktown, is their defense. They have allowed only 9 points a game. Have had 3 shutouts this season, but they are susceptible. All right, the Patriots now set to kick off. And I believe this will be Duckett who takes it from on the far side. He makes his way up the field to about the 33-yard line. Actually, it was Jordan Coney's, pardon me. So he makes it up to about the 33-yard line, where they will start off. Not too bad field position for the Yorktown, for Falls Church. Unfortunately for them, they have been the antithesis of the Yorktown Patriots. Last in the National District at 0-7. They have given up a ton of points due to their young defense, and they've been shut out 3 times. And until last week, in a 27-20 loss to Wakefield, they couldn't muster more than 13 points in any game. And there's Omar Bismel under center. And he gives a handoff, and that Yorktown defense pushed back, and he didn't get much out of it.
But as a team such as Falls Church, they're young, and the good thing about this is that they can learn from this. Right. And, you know, sometimes the record is not indicative of the spirit that these youngsters put forth, Afshin.
And Saeed Aziz does put great spirit forward. He's a great motivator to his team, and they show it. They don't quit. We saw Falls Church a couple of weeks ago. There's a dangerous pass on the slant. That one intended for his receiver, and it was incomplete. Intended for Richard Henderson, who's the big fella for Yorktown. He is the 6'1", 170-pound wide receiver. But they do have some good players in Meadows and Coney's, and you see Richard Meadows, and Duckett, of course. Deshaun Meadows, I'm sorry, Richard Henderson, as you just saw him. And putting that spirit forth, Kevin, what a way to end a losing streak and end a big winning streak. Winning tonight on the road at Yorktown.
Yeah, I know.
That would be excellent. That one's complete. And that's enough for a first down. Nice pass up the middle.
Well, anything is possible under the Friday night lights of high school football, man. You never know.
It is. It is. That's what I love about high school football. Anything is possible.
That's right. You get the purest form of playing and the love for the game, you know.
Welcome you into our broadcast booth, Kevin. There you are, and everyone gets a big look at Kevin Jeter. I'm Afshin Banab. I'm the bald one, you know. But there's a handoff. It looks like that might be Deshaun Meadows. Crosses midfield. A lot of people know that I'm a Wilson grad, Kevin. Tell everybody where you went to high school.
I went to Wilson too, man. Go. That's right. As a matter of fact, you talk about Wilson, the Wilson Tigers. They play Coolidge tomorrow.
They have their homecoming against Coolidge Colts. Right. Vernon Davis is old school. All right. Bismel with the handoff again. Not much going on there. That was DuPont, and he got stuffed. Yorktown's defense looking good up front. Their front 7. By the way, the officials for tonight's game, Mike Rauer is the referee. The umpire, Frederick Milton. The linesman, Frank Hill Jr. The line judge, James Nearly. The back judge, Ben Jordan Downs. And our ECO up here, Shamari Key. 3rd down, 12, ball on the 49. Bismel out of the gun now. Steps back, throws it across the middle. This one's intercepted. Yorktown comes up with it. Good job by the Patriots defense. And I believe hard to see from where we were, but I believe it was Alex Rockelli with that interception.
I do believe you're correct.
Alex Rockelli, a mainstay on that Yorktown defense. 6 foot, 170-pound junior, Rockelli. All right, Yorktown already spreading that offense. They're showing he's got trips left. Trips right does Jordan Smith. He unloads it. He's got a man open. Incomplete. Looked like it went through his hands.
Looks like may have been a pass interference.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, actually.
Yes, you saw right, Kevin.
He didn't check off and look back, and as a result, you may have a pass interference.
Let's see. We got the replay right here.
Let's look at it. Nice
Boy,
pass.
That was. They call it on the defense. I tell you, man, it was close, though, but Yorktown nonetheless gets that pass interference, and they make their way down the field. And this will be 1st and 10 now for the Patriots. There you see it again.
Oh, yes.
Boy, it hit Jordan Coney's right on the arm. He just wasn't turned the other way. He was playing the player, not the ball. Had he turned around and played the ball, it would have been different.
Happens every time, but once again, at this level, the kids are learning.
Yes. Okay, 1st down and 10. All right, the senior quarterback, Jordan Smith, got a man in motion. There is the handoff. I believe that is number 2 for Yorktown, and he's off and running. Alan Green. There they go once again, using running backs in a variety of different ways, does Bruce Hanson.
Just an impressive run. And he's not afraid to mix it up, Coach Bruce Hanson.
No, he's not.
A little run, a little pass. It's pretty nice.
Bruce Hanson, the all-time, he broke, 200 wins earlier this season, so he's at about 205, 206 wins now. He's been at Yorktown all these years, had some great players. Some of them he comes back, they're his assistants. All right, Smith now, he's unloading on the far side. Touchdown, Yorktown. There they go again. Nick Yore with a nice 24-yard catch.
Oh, nice pass. Nice catch, too.
So we get the 7-yard scamper earlier, and now we get a 24-yard rollout pass by Jordan Smith to Nick Yore. And that puts Yorktown up 13-0 with 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. All right, hit now for the point after. Snap good, hold good, kick, of course, is good as well. By the way, just so you know, the Jags, they finish out their season against Hayfield, or at Hayfield, and against Stewart at home. And the Stewart Raiders, Chris Jerry's old school, they're looking decent. They're on the outside looking in regarding the playoffs right now, but they're looking decent. And I know he's at the Stewart game tonight because Wakefield plays Stewart.
I tell you that Chris is everywhere.
Yeah, he is, man. It doesn't matter if it's down in Charlottesville at UVA or at Stewart to see his Raiders.
It's all right. I can do it without it.
You talk about 14 points within the last couple, 8-7 minutes, man. Wow.
All right, there's his kickoff. Maybe Coney's over there on the far side. That is Jordan Coney. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, still on his feet. Crosses the 30. Nice little run by Jordan Coney's over there. Yorktown, Hayfield, Stonebridge, well, I think Stonebridge is really good. Madison, South County, Lee, Mount Vernon, and McLean round out your 8 leaders. If the playoffs were to start today, Yorktown will be your #1 overall seed among the Division 5 schools.
But with 4 weeks to go,
We got, 3 games left.
That's right.
And you never know what can happen. I do like Stonebridge, though. Yorktown was saying they got the ball back, but I don't think they did. Josh Bunch really wanted that one. All right, lost the 2 on that one. 2nd down and 12, ball on the 31-yard line. There's the blitz again. There's a nice pitch out. Duckett's going to have to turn the corner. He can't do it. He gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Deion DuPont. Man, he got hit hard.
Yes, he did.
And that was Brian Owens with a nice stuff on DuPont. This will bring up 3rd and long now. 3rd and 17, loss of 5 on that one. Coming up on 6 minutes left here in the first quarter.
And the crowd is still trickling in.
Yep.
How about that?
That's the Yorktown way. They make their way in.
Hot chocolate in hand.
Hot chocolate in hand. You see them right in front of us. They make their way in. They take their time. They're like L.A. Lakers, I guess. L.A. Laker fans. All right, there's the pass to the far side. That one's complete. No, to Coney's. Actually, it's incomplete. He dropped it. He never had full possession of it. So this will be a 4th down now, and Falls Church will have to punt this one away.
So if you're Falls Church, I'm kind of wondering, Afshin, what do you take away from this experience so far?
Right now, it's not looking too good, is it? What you'd like to do, at least on this defensive series, if you're Falls Church, is stop Yorktown. Stop them once. Yorktown's had 2 possessions. They've scored both times. They scored touchdowns both times. Now you want to, at least, if you're Saeed Aziz, you want to stop them on this 3rd time, and then you can work your way forward after that. Let's get one good defensive stop. That's what you got to do if you're Falls Church. Let's get that ball back and let's make them punt.
And to be pretty consistent on offense, too. That's what Falls Church also needs to do.
Yeah,
So
run that clock a little bit. There's 5:43 to go. But obviously, time of possession favors Yorktown big time, and the scoreboard favors Yorktown big time.
And it seems as if they're just going at will, and the defense for Yorktown's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, at the opening. Oh, that one's a high snap. They've given up 9 points a game, and they've had 3 shutouts thus far.
So right now it looks like David versus Goliath.
Yeah.
But, you know, what can you say?
False start there on Falls Church, and that's not a good one. So we'll move that one back, and they'll have to punt again, or at least an attempt at another punt. And you know that is the deep threat for Yorktown. Oh, they may have tipped it, but it certainly was shanked nonetheless as it goes out of bounds. And to tell you the truth, MJ Stewart is a single safety for Yorktown. I'd probably rather do that than let him try to return it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Charles, if we can get a replay of that, I'd like to see if it was actually tipped, because they had a rush there. It was either tipped or just the rush in itself caused havoc for the punter. And let's see, the referees are talking about it. That was a little too fast for us. A little kid talk about that one. Let's see what the call is. This one's holding on Falls Church anyway. So now Coach Hansen will have to decide what he wants to do. Here it is again. Boy, I don't know. Declined, and as it should be. In Yorktown's ball, I mean, considering where they're going to take over.
And Yorktown has had pretty good field position throughout the games thus far, actually.
They have started an excellent field position. Ball's 1st and 10 on the Falls Church 32-yard line, Kevin. All right, Smith now. There's the handoff to MJ Stewart. He tries to cut the corner, and he's taken down.
From the right, from the left to the middle, I tell you, man, they're just hitting from all sides.
They are. That one picked up a couple there, I think. Call it 2 yards. 2nd down and 8.
And if you're Falls Church, you got to kind of wonder how you're going to stop this speeding freight train.
Right. And here you go, out in a passing situation. 2nd and 8, ball on the 30. Smith now is going to throw it against the grain. He's got He's got a man over there, and that's Austin Brown, and he's going down the sideline and taken out of bounds.
Did you see the way he threw the pass off of his foot?
Off of his back foot, I believe, wasn't it?
That's right.
That was a nice set play. That may have looked on TV. It may have looked like a broken play, but that was planned. That was set up. That was devised.
Very beautiful play.
That was a nice screen. And you don't see that too much. There he is. He knew exactly where he was throwing that ball. And Austin Brown was just waiting. And look at him. The big guy takes it across the 20 into the 15. Austin Brown's a big fella. All right, 1st and 10, right at the 15-yard line. Jordan Smith again under center, going back and forth. This one's MJ Stewart fumbled it, but he fell back. He fell on it. So actually, it wasn't MJ Stewart. Pardon me. It was Alan Green.
And although this is pretty much premature now, but after a certain point, if Yorktown is probably leading by substantial points, do you leave your players in the game? I mean, obviously we can't talk about that now,
Right.
but you got to wonder.
It is still too early. It is too early. And Bruce Hanson has had to go through that a couple of times in a big blowout against Wakefield, but he brings out it. He takes his players out. He's not going to risk Jordan Smith, MJ Stewart. He doesn't risk those guys.
And that shows good sportsmanship too, because you don't
does.
want to rub it in the nose of the opponent.
They put up a lot against Wakefield earlier this year. Smith now, he fires. It's going to be incomplete, just a bit short. 4:31 left here in the first quarter.
Sharp and crisp passes, man. I'm very impressed. I am very impressed.
Yeah, Jordan Smith covered a couple of basketball games with us last season, and he did a good job. And hopefully, if he chooses to go down that road, he won't take my position. There he is. He's going up high again. That one's just overthrown.
Well, my man, actually, no one can replace you, man.
Come on. No, but he's good. He's really good. He's a good youngster, and he's got a lot going on for him.
And this is where it all begins at, right here in high school football, man. Playing the game for the love of it. You gotta love it.
All right, as you see Smith the holder now. They're gonna go for the field goal. Mason hit now. Snap good, hold good, kick looks long enough, but I think it is wide. It is wide right. Hit missed on that one. It's about the only mistake Yorktown's, mustered right now.
Very impressive. It's kind of make the correlation between how they play in DC public schools and football in terms of the field goal kickers are actually non-existent, perhaps in DC public schools.
No, they're not, are they? It's a little different. Yeah.
And to see it out in this level, it's pretty interesting, pretty good.
We have seen some really good kickers over the past few years, at least come out of Arlington County, and we've seen some kickers, and coaches aren't afraid to put them out there and kick, 35, 40-yarders, and some of them have been successful.
I'm totally amazed.
Yeah. All right, again, Yorktown showing blitz. They're not even trying to hide it. And again, it works. Let's talk about something on a more personal level, Kevin. I do a show with you called the Nation's Capital Sports Show. Tell everybody what that's about real quick.
Basically, we cover DC sports, national sports in the Washington, D.C. and metropolitan area, as well as national sports as well. And we can be heard at Meville.com or Facebook.com at the Nation's Capital Sports Show.
It's a lot of fun to do.
And we've done like 80 episodes so far.
Yep,
and we're back in the studio tomorrow to do another show.
Oh, yeah, early in the morning. But I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing this. And you are the producer and editor of that show. And I'll tell you, man, I don't know how you do it.
Well, you and Vincent, Charles, and Chris Jerry, you guys make it work, man.
And everybody knows Chris Jerry.
He's like the ambassador.
He is. He is. There's a slant, and that one's complete to Henderson, but he loses it. And they're going to call it incomplete. He probably, obviously his backside was to us, so he probably was bobbling it as he was starting to make the run, and he dropped it. Fennell stopped him there. It's now 3rd down, 15, ball on the 15. 4:01 to go here in the first. Yorktown with a whole, like 8 guys up on the box. There is number 7 for Falls Church. That's Adam Daly, who's at quarterback, by the way. And his pass was incomplete. Daly, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore for Falls Church. And the Jaguars will have to punt with 3:54 to go. And Falls Church can't, unfortunately for them, muster up anything, Kevin, right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
No. All right, MJ Stewart now the single safety. This one's going to be a short punt. You got to watch out for where this ball bounces. You don't want to hit it. You don't want it to hit a Patriot player. It's dead now. And Yorktown will take over once again in Falls Church territory.
That's been the story all night so far.
It has been.
And I guess at this point, you're not really desperate, but you're kind of looking for any glimmer of hope for, for something to happen.
Right.
A little 10-yard scamper, a little 20-yard scamper to work something, get in the flow of the game.
Right.
But that doesn't seem to be happening so far.
No, and I'll tell you another great thing about Bruce Hanson, Kevin, is no matter who he plays, no matter what the records are, they never look past an opponent. He always gets his players ready.
And see, that's good.
Yeah, he's a good motivator. And he's really a staple of the Arlington County community. I've said that so many times, but it's true. And there's a handoff that looks like the big man, Austin Brown, on the far side.
I could have swore that you did a piece last year about Coach Bruce Hanson on the Nation's Capital Sports.
That's right, I did.
There's another shameless plug for you.
I did it not only about Bruce Hanson, but about Washington Lee's head coach, Josh Shapiro.
Mm-hmm.
And the great season that they had. And, of course, they had a big playoff battle here, which was heartbreaking for one team. And for the other team, it was nothing but pure joy. And that was Yorktown lost at home in the playoff game to Washington Lee. That's why we're looking forward to doing that game in 2 weeks. Smith now, rolling. There you go. Nice job. MJ Stewart, again. He gets, watch here, watch Jordan Smith. With the fake, he rolls out. He finds his man Stewart. And that ball is right at the 1 yard line, but let's see what's happening here. But that game, Kevin, Yorktown had beaten Washington Lee 20-plus times in a row, years. And they came in the playoff game at the end of last season. Yorktown beat Washington Lee right here. I think it was right, that game was right here. And then they had the playoff game, and Washington Lee won for the first time in forever.
Whoa.
I mean, it was 20-plus years. I can't even remember the number of years. And, obviously the players now are not the players back then.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are like much older, and these guys are much younger. They don't know any of those players. But some of the players for Washington Lee said, yeah, we hear about it. We hear about it from Yorktown because they know each other. They hang out during the summers. They do summer league games and things like that as this ball was brought back. So nullify that play by MJ Stewart. There's a handoff again to Mr. Stewart.
Mr. Stewart's been pretty busy, so to speak.
He sure has.
And it'll be interesting to see his stats so far.
Yes. That game was one of the most memorable games we did. I'm looking forward just to doing this game in 2 weeks between Washington Lee and Yorktown. The big finale, or the last shebang, as I like to call it, between the two Arlington County rivals. And funny, I asked Jordan Smith about it. Welcome back to our broadcast booth. He's Kevin Jeter. I'm Afshin Banab. Here's our man Aaron Webb, one of our camera operators. Asked Jordan Smith about it during a basketball game. He was like, no, it doesn't count because it didn't happen in the regular season. That's what he said. So our streak is still alive. So, a little banter back and forth between the players is always good. And these guys know each other. Wakefield players as well. And that ball again is brought back. So now there's 2 penalties for Yorktown. And you know how Yorktown can be. Last year we did a game where they had 14 in one game. They won it. But that took a long time.
Must have been a long game,
too.
That
was a long game. They won that game. All right, Smith now under center. They've got to stay patient. And how do you stay patient? Give it to MJ Stewart.
It's as if they're working out a game plan here, but they seem to be just patient, and they're not going for the gullet, and the gut reel, and then they're just playing good football all around.
They are. They are 2:35 and counting here in the first quarter. 14-0, second down. And by the way, it's 2nd and 17 now for Yorktown at the 18-yard line. They've got to get back to the 1, where Stewart had that nice run earlier off the Jordan Smith pass. This time Smith fakes it and goes back the other way, and he gets taken down. Nice sack.
First sack of the night, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep, first sack of the night. And that is Taylor Thomas, the 5'11", 190-pound lineman for Falls Church with that sack. So this will move him back now. And you don't think you're going to say this too much when you see Yorktown ever, but it's 3rd and 30 for the Patriots at the 31. So they've got to get to the 1-yard line for a first down. Stewart, of course, out of the gun. 3rd and forever, I should say. Two receivers on either side of him. Stewart out of the backfield. Smith rolls out of the pocket. Now he's just going to have to keep this one, get some yards back, and then he'll go out of bounds. Nice little run, though. He picked up some of that yardage that he lost earlier, that Yorktown lost earlier.
But they held him. You got, Falls Church managed to hold him off, and pretty impressive. We talked about this earlier. If they can get a hold in here, a hold in there, and now offensively, let's see if they can put things together, map something consistent.
They held him, and then they had Yorktown commit those 2 penalties. That helped Falls Church as well. And let's see what the Patriots decide to do. Smith is still in the game. Stewart's still in the game on the field. They're going to keep this one and go for it on 4th down. Coach Hansen says, why not? He's going to want Falls Church's offense to prove that they can score. He's going to go up top. Micah Gregory, he bobbled it. Did he score? Touchdown, Yorktown. Micah Gregory with a nice catch. Boy, he bobbled that ball, but I guess he controlled it before. Look at Coach Hansen. He's wiping his hair. He bobbled that ball, but I guess he gained control before he ran out of the back of the end zone. Charles, can we have that one, please? What a nice catch. Nice throw, nice catch. Mason hit now with the attempt. That one, snap good, hold good, of course. Kick is good.
But I got to ask you, Afshin, do you try it because you can? Do you try the touchdown because you can, or do you try the touchdown to kind of rub it in, or?
Right. No, I know.
There's 2 train of thoughts there, thought going on there.
It is, but I think when you see what Falls Church has done, and they haven't been able to matriculate down the field at all, you want to try to go for it as much as you can, as early as you can, and try to end this game, because he wants to get these players out and have them rest, because Yorktown in the next 2 or 3 weeks they're going to have to start playing some other players.
That makes perfect good sense to me.
And get ready for the playoffs.
But I had to be devil's advocate just a little bit.
I understand. Chris Williams here in the booth with it. Chris, did Micah Gregory make that catch? It was good. It was good. That's all he says. It was good. He'll be with us next week at Washington Lee as we cover the W&L Stewart game for Jerry Stewart Raiders at Washington Lee's War Memorial Stadium.
I can tell why you enjoy this, man. Just the pageantry, the kids out here playing and for the love of the game. High school at its best, man.
It is.
It's just nice. What else can you do on a Friday night,
Under the Friday night lights, right? All right, kicking off for the Patriots. By the way, that extra point was no good. So it's 20-0. Mason hit now with the kickoff. And here's the ball on the near side. And that is Omar Bismal, who carried it all the way over here. Got a nice run back on that return. Boy, just a beautiful catch by Micah Gregory. Great concentration to stay in bounds. Score now, Yorktown 20, Falls Church nothing. That could have been a slip. 1:12 to go here in the first quarter. Here you see the fake and the run back.
Good strong run.
I'm sorry, Jordan Coney's, that is. Yes, good strong run back. Coney's one of their best players for Falls Church. And here's a nice little pitch out. That may have been Deshaun Meadows, another really good player that they have. Inside of a minute to go here. We're getting a lot of FaceTime tonight, Kevin, back in our broadcast booth. A lot of FaceTime. Clock ticking. Yorktown up by 3 scores. All right, 2nd down 7. That was a 3-yard gain. Henderson now the receiver on the far side. Watch out for him, the big fella, Richard Henderson for Falls Church. Daly might go up top to him, but he's being pursued right now, and he does throw it. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Good pressure by the Yorktown Patriots. Incomplete pass, however.
Seems like he just tossed that into the crowd, looking for someone to hopefully jump up and catch it without even properly checking off.
No.
But,
he had to get rid of it. He sure didn't want to take that sack.
And I can't say I very much blame him either.
All right, 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. All right, Daly now out of the gun. Staying in the pocket. He's going to keep this one. Crosses his own 40. Gets hit hard.
Sheena heard that from up here.
And I believe that was MJ Stewart. MJ Stewart with a nice hit on their quarterback, Daly.
The Punisher.
Yes, the Punisher. He was in beast mode on that play. All right, that's 1 second left. So this will be the final play. Here it is right here again. Daly now tucks it into his left hand, and here comes Stewart. Nice clean hit, shoulder to shoulder.
Very good technique.
Yep.
Very good technique.
Charles ran that one back. Chris is over here now wanting to see it again. Maybe we can for a second. Charles, can we run that hit back again? That last play. First down. It was enough for a first down. Was he short? You're right. I thought he said touchdown. Chris Williams messing with us.
Well, he wanted to see that hit too.
Yeah, he wanted to see it again. He's going back and forth. He's got to announce, and then he's got to come over here. We're going to try to do what you need, man. There it is right here. Boom. Thank you, Charles.
Ooh.
That might have been a flag.
Our man Charles, Chuck in the truck. Charles Smith, always doing the best he can do. All right, 4th down. 1, ball on the 43. I said it was first, and he was short. And I was also thinking touchdown with the way he said that. So that is it. That's the end of the first quarter. It's a 20-0 lead, 20 unanswered points by the Yorktown Patriots.
Yeah, I know. And they
Just
did it
like
quite
that.
convincingly, too.
And they did.
Now we have to see what the second quarter holds for,
Right.
hopefully, Falls Church. They'll be able to get in there and at least score, at least a field goal.
It is. Yorktown, again, the #1 overall seed in the region right now. There's still 3 games to go. Well, 2.5 games. They've got to finish this set out. Two games and 3 quarters, I should say. They got to finish this one with Falls Church. Yorktown, by the way, plays at Mount Vernon next week, and then they end it here against Washington Lee. So good luck to the Patriots as they move on. And remember, it's not by record. A lot of people think it's by record, but it's by points, based on the point system, who you beat, so forth and so on, and the bonus points you get out of being teams that are good versus teams that are bad. And even if you lose to a team that goes on to beat another team, you still get some points out of that. So it's a little complicated, but it's not just based on record. But National District, no matter what your record is, if you finish, or in any district, if you finish with the division title, the district title, you automatically qualify. But
so now I kind of understand. Sorry about that, Ashley.
No,
so now I kind of understand with Yorktown not running up the points, but scoring as much as they can.
You got to, because you don't want you don't want it. Now see, Yorktown, should they go next week and beat Mount Vernon, Falls Church will actually get some points off of Yorktown's victory against Mount Vernon. And vice versa too, if Falls Church goes and beats them. But it's all point system related.
You are a wealth of information. This is new for me.
I got to thank Chris Jerry for some of that information. He handed it over to me.
and then, of course, some different publications I've gotten it from. I try to always keep up, man. There is M.J. Stewart. He cuts it back to the near side. Out of bounds. Nice run by Stewart.
Lightning fast, lightning
He is.
quick.
Mr. Stewart was trying to go to the end zone on that one. As we open up the second quarter here. All right, first down for the Patriots. Ball on the 17-yard line. There he is again. I mean, just come into this game with about 1,007 yards receiving. And there is number 2 for Yorktown, Alan Green. There's a flag on the play in the backfield. As Chuck in the truck would say, find the man in the white cap and see what the penalty is.
I don't know. It may have been holding. I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see. Mike Rauer, the referee for this game. It is against Yorktown. And we'll bring it back.
That negates an otherwise good run.
A
Very
good
powerful
run by Alan Green. And again, there you see Bruce Hansen using a couple other running backs. That one's holding against the Patriots. Pardon me, not Alan Green, Louis Green with that run. Okay, first down and 20 for the Pats. Smith now staying in the pocket, throws it across the middle. This one's complete. Nice catch.
Textbook football.
It is. Here it is again. And there's that patience you were talking about, Kevin. He stayed right in the pocket and then unloaded it finally. So he moves that one back down to the 9-yard line. Now it's just second down and 2 from the 9. Under center this time is Smith. There he is with the handoff. M.J. Stewart.
You got to figure at this point, Falls Church defense, man, has spent so much time on the field, and you know they're tired.
And they are spent. They're very tired right now. You can see hands on hips. All right, first down. First and goal now for the Patriots. Smith now with the handoff on the far side. And that one looks like Patriots are calling it a touchdown, but the officials are not, at least not yet. That was Louis Green on the carry. All right, second down and goal now for the Patriots.
So they're knocking on the door again. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes, they are. All right, here goes Yorktown now on the far hash mark. There's a handoff, and there is a easy touchdown for Yorktown. He basically walked that one in. Austin Brown. What can Brown do for you?
He's doing a lot.
Yeah, he can score. So that makes it now 26 unanswered points by the Patriots as Hit prepares for the PAT. And this one is good. Make it 27-0. 9:41 to go. And I know there's still 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go, Kevin, but in the state of Virginia, you do have a mercy rule, and I believe that is 35 points. So we're not too far away from that, where the clock will keep running no matter what. But we're not too far away from that, especially if we get into the second half.
So they get to 35 points, and the game is essentially...
The clock continues to run unless the score is within 35. Whether you score a touchdown or an incomplete pass or that sort of thing, the clock just continues to run. And here, and the girls got their work cut out for them tonight too. Now they've got to do 27 push-ups.
They should be very well worked out
Yes.
after this game.
All right, here we go. Coney's again. He's got some running room on the far side, tries to cut it back, crosses the 25. Yorktown pursuing, and they take him down. Coney's he's scary when he runs those kickoffs back. He looks like he can break it any second. If he breaks 1 or 2 tackles, he could be gone. But Yorktown's pursuit is what keeps them at bay.
Oh, yeah, they've been tenacious at best, man.
Yeah.
Unforgiving in their pursuit, so to speak.
There you go. All right, Daly now. He tried to hit Coney's, and Coney's dropped it. One of the few mishaps you'll see from a Jordan Coney's. Second down 10, ball on the 27. All right, Daly out of the gun again, looking, rolling out, across the middle, intended for Coney's, incomplete.
And the crowd seems to be enjoying the game as well.
Yeah.
Not a bad night to enjoy football.
No, it's a good night for football. The weather is just typical football weather. And I imagine as we carry on throughout the season, the weather's going to be even colder in the next couple of weeks, as it usually is when we roll into November. All right, now out of the gun. Daly, looking, better get rid of it. Still on his feet, finally taken down. And that is Colin Johnston, I believe, the 5'11", 165-pound junior.
With nowhere to go, he chose to keep the ball, but they were kind of fast, and they got in on him.
Yorktown been pursuing, been blitzing all night long. There was a loss of about 10, 15 yards on that play. So Falls Church now will have to punt.
And amazingly, Yorktown has not let down on the blitzing. They just keep on doing it.
That's how a Bruce Hansen team is. And you know what? They're quick. They're a very fast team on defense especially. So not just offensively, but defensively, they're very quick.
And that shows a well-conditioned team.
Right. All right, there's a flag on the play. MJ Stewart, your single safety, takes it at the Falls Church 40-yard line, breaks one tackle on his feet, finds some running room on the near side, tries to cut it back, and Mr. Stewart is going to score. Let's see what the call is, however, but it looks like he got a nice 40-yard return for a touchdown.
Let's see, Sheen, the flag may negate that. Let's see.
I have a feeling it'll go against Falls Church. So does our Patriot mascot.
Everyone has a good opinion, I guess.
Yes. Yep, it is a touchdown. It did go against Falls Church. And, of course, they will not accept that penalty.
Well, it looks like we're on our way to that mercy ruling you were talking about earlier.
It could happen. And there is Mr. Stewart.
Brilliant run.
Yep.
Great scamper, great audacity in the way he just broke free out of that.
8:09 to go here in the second quarter. It is now 33-0. Hit now. Snap good, hold good, kick really high and good. 34-0 now. 34 unanswered for the Yorktown Patriots. Once again, the playoffs don't begin for another, 4 weeks? There are still 3 weeks left in the regular season. 8 teams from Division 5 make the playoffs. Yorktown has the top rating in Division 5 with a 29.714 total. Hayfield is second. And the defending champion Stonebridge Bulldogs, they are third at 27.0. Fourth in Division 5 are the 5-2 Madison Warhawks. McLean holds the 8th and final position at 22.258. And Langley is one spot out in 9th. And a lot can change in likely will change with those placements in the final 3 weeks. So we shall see what happens. I was also looking at the Division 6 list, and of course, there are 4 teams from the Concord District to represent the Division 6 right off the top. Centerfield, Oakton, Westfield, and Chantilly. Braddock from the Patriot District. What I find interesting is Robinson and Herndon from that same Concord District, where the top 4 are represented by Concord, or Concord is represented by them. Robinson, very good football team, and they're on the outside looking in right now. As you see, here goes another one, another reverse. This time Coney's gets it on the far side. But Robinson, they still have a good chance of making it, and a lot of people think Robinson's still one of the better teams in the whole area, and they're just playing in a really, really tough district, the Concord District. And then once again, I do like Stonebridge in the Division 5. I think that they are really, really a good team to watch out for. Madison, South County, Lee, Mount Vernon, McLean. They round out your 8 teams in the Division 5. National District represented well, and I think that shows how, from top to bottom, how that district is.
So let me ask you this: do we have any sleeper teams in that division?
In the Division 5, you can.
Yes.
Well, Langley's there. I like, and not because of our man Chris Jerry, but at the beginning of the season, I really liked Stewart. But then they had a couple of tough losses. They played Yorktown really well and exposed their defense. That's why I'm skeptical about Yorktown's defense. So Stewart does have a chance. I mean, they probably have to win out and hope a couple other things happen. But if they get in the playoffs, I think that they could surprise some teams. So the Stewart Raiders and their running back Kirby, I think, he's legit. So we shall see. But that's down the road. We still have a few more weeks for that. And by the way, we have Stewart next week at Washington Lee's War Memorial Stadium. It will be the Generals and the Raiders, our next telecast. Our second to last one of the 2011 football season, Kevin. Hopefully we'll throw in a playoff game there. 8:02 to go, 34-0. Falls Church with the ball. Yorktown with the lead. And there's the handoff. Picks up a few on that game.
So if you're Falls Church, what are you thinking at this particular point? We addressed this. Well, we actually did talk about it in the first half, but I actually just brought it up earlier in the first quarter.
Yeah, we did. If you're Falls Church, if you can just take some time off the clock, run the ball, get some points on the board. Deion DuPont with the ball there. Go into halftime with something on the board. You have something to play for. You feel like you have something to play for when you come out in the second half. But you got to be able to get that ball downfield and be consistent with it. And Falls Church hasn't been consistent at all tonight.
They've been on a heavy blitzing all night.
They have been.
The way in which Yorktown is playing,
Right. There's Coney's now on the screen. He'll take it to the near side, cuts it back. Really love this guy Coney's. Not afraid to take it up and mix it up at all. Josh Bunch now brought him down. Nice tackle by Bunch. But I love the way Coney's plays.
Oh, that is, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a slam.
Hitting like LaRon Landry.
LaRon Landry. Oh, speaking of them, the Redskins, they have a big one against the Carolina Panthers, Kevin. Beck is in effect.
That's right, but can they stop?
Gross was toast.
Can they stop Cam Newton?
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be big. If I'm the Redskins, I blitz, just like Yorktown's doing tonight. And they've been very successful with it. I would take Arakpo and Kerrigan and say, see that young fella, that rookie quarterback? Fly. Every time he has the ball, just go get him. That's what I would do.
We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, a late flag. You see some fans right above our Arlington Independent Media banner.
And they look very happy.
Yes, they do. You know they're Yorktown fans?
That's right.
They're right in front of us, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
They see us back there. Yeah. But that should be a good game. This one goes against Falls Church. It should be a good game, Kevin. Watching the Carolina Panthers. I'm looking forward to seeing Cam Newton.
He's just been so impressive as a rookie in the NFL.
Yeah. He has been.
Faster than the speed of light.
Yep. Or speeding bullet.
That's right.
6:17 to go. Actually, I think there were offsetting penalties here, so negates any kind of offsetting penalties. So 6:17 to go, 34-0.
And
Yorktown on top.
And speaking of a speeding bullet and a fast locomotive, MJ.
Yes.
He's been pretty good. Very consistent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's controlled the ball well. He's run the ball well. Okay, now this one goes against Yorktown.
Now, these penalties that we're seeing from Yorktown, Afshin, is this customary for them to have certain mental lapses, so to speak?
Sometimes we have seen games where the Patriots have done that, especially when the game is a bit out of hand as it is now. But they are so intense, those players. They are hyped up for the game, and I think sometimes they get a little carried away. There's Daly now with a quick out. Nothing doing again. And you know, they've got Falls Church's number. There's no doubt about it. Daly doesn't even have a chance to even throw the ball to somebody. He doesn't even have a chance to plant his foot, as you saw right there, or to plant his feet and get rid of that ball. He barely had time. By the way, in case you're interested in the National District standings, Yorktown is, of course, first. Hayfield is second at 3-1. Mount Vernon also at 3-1. Yorktown's opponent next week. And a nice hit. The ball was incomplete, however. And WNL 2-2, or Edison 2-2, and WNL 2-2. Again, a good hit. Yorktown all over the field on defense. And this is what you want to see if you're Bruce Hanson. They are everywhere.
Here's a little trivia for you. Wakefield got their first and only win against the team that we're looking at,
Right.
Falls Church.
They got Falls Church. I believe it was 26-21, something like that. So it was 27-21, something like that, a close game last week. And I also believe that's the most points either team scored all year. Because the most points that we saw Wakefield score was 23 in a 40, or no, maybe that was 29, a 43-29 loss to Washington Lee. But it was certainly the most points that Falls Church had scored this season. As you see the punt, and you know who's back there at his own 40-yard line this time. He's going to bring it all the way back to the near side. He's got a lot of running room, got some blockers, cuts it back. Crosses midfield to the 40, taken out of bounds, slammed hard to the ground. And there's a flag that's going to be probably an unsportsmanlike. There's two flags now. He was taken back down by the collar of his jersey. Good run by Stewart.
Yeah, it looked like a flagrant foul there, so to speak.
Yep, here you go. We'll see it.
As we see on the replay, you be the judge.
Yeah, he brought him down. He swung him down to the ground. MJ Stewart said, okay, you want to tack on another 15? Go right ahead. All right, Jordan Smith getting hit. Jordan Smith getting his instructions from referee Mike Rauer. His choices, his options. Face mask declined. The unsportsmanlike was taken.
Perhaps born out of frustration,
Yeah,
Afshin?
absolutely. Absolutely, Kevin. When you're down 34-0, what you going to do? But you've got to stay poised at all times, right?
That's right.
It's hard to do. You're human.
For all it's worth, I think Falls Church is doing a pretty good job of holding it together a
Right.
little bit, you know, from what we
Right.
see. And once again, this is high school,
High school
football.
sport, yeah.
Sports. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, you know, you got to remember they are, 15 and 16 years old, right? 17 years old. All right, Jordan Smith changing something at the line. I haven't seen this tonight really too much. He audibled. Now he's out of the gun. And there's the handoff. And that is Louis Green.
I guess if you're Yorktown, if you're tired of running the same different plays, you change it up a little bit,
Right.
different variations. And why not get that in against a lesser team, so to speak?
Right, and you can change your game plan around and possibly use something later on in the season. Absolutely, and of course they did it not only with MJ Stewart, but they used Louis Green on that play. And there is Louis Green back there. And there is Louis Green again, but this time Smith keeps it. And he's got some running room. He crosses the 15, cuts it inside, close to the 10-yard line. Nice run by Jordan Smith. His athletic ability carried him there, and he wanted a face mask on that one, but there's no call. Here he is this time with the fake to Louis Green. That was the same play as before, but a fake, and he keeps it.
So if you're Coach Bruce Hanson, do you try different plays just to see if they will work? Do you just scale back on your attack?
Well, you do a little bit of both, Kevin. If there's something you have in your mix that you're not using right now, see how it can work every now and then, but you can disguise it. And then you also can scale back when the score is 34-0. You can do that a little bit too. And there is, I believe that is, you know who. Touchdown, Yorktown.
He runs and he scores again.
That was Louis Green, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, my mistake. I'm dyslexic. That wasn't 6, that's 2. You know.
No, I don't know what that's saying about me. Because I called it, I thought it was the, MJ.
That was 2, Louis Green. Yeah, MJ's, he's getting his little rest right now. So now it is 40-0 with 4.5 to go here in the first half. And Yorktown is up, and the mercy rule will now be in effect. By the way, an update, Stewart 29, Wakefield 7, 11:01 left in the second quarter there. $4:35 to go.
And no, that is not a mistake. It's 41-0.
41
and this was
to
kind of
nothing.
expected,
Yeah.
But I was hoping for a little bit more underdog type of thing, because I'm always for the underdog.
Well, you're always for the underdog, right? You always want to see the underdog, at least do well. And I don't know, who would you call the underdog? St. Louis or Texas in the World Series? I don't know who the underdog is there. But that's a good series so far. It's 1-1 as Texas won. They split. They came back in the 9th inning last night.
I saw that.
Yeah,
it's going to be a pretty good game.
It should be a good series. It should be a good series.
And you want to see baseball like that.
Right.
You got 2 teams besides the Yankees and
the
Boston.
Red
I was
Sox
getting
and
tired of that. And the Phillies go home.
Yeah.
Let the real teams play.
Well, they're playing now. All right, now Falls Church. We'll bring it back right around the 20, 19-yard line maybe.
Besides, Alshina, everyone knows that the Yankees don't have a good farm system.
Yeah.
They don't need a farm system when they spend millions and millions getting the top players.
They do.
But that formula may be breaking down for them.
I don't know. Yeah, the Pinstripes, they failed to do anything. But you know what? The Red Sox failed too. They blew that September lead like no other team ever did.
What a disastrous ending. How do you do that?
Yeah. Nine and a half games on Tampa like that. St. Louis also had to come back. The Braves blew a big lead in September. In St. Louis, the only difference was they were able to carry it on through, carry that momentum through the playoffs and make the World Series. Tampa lost in the first round to Texas.
It comes to show you it's all about momentum, man.
Yeah, it is.
And the hot bats.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. You can have Albert Pujols. I don't know if Chuck in the Truck agrees with me. If Charles Smith agrees, you can have Pujols. Although I do think he's the best first baseman. You can have him. You can have Ryan Howard. You can have Mark Teixeira. You can have Adrian Gonzalez. I'll take Miguel Cabrera any day. I'll take Miggy any day over any of those other guys. Oh, he is a bit looks a little chubby lately.
Might have been putting on a couple of meals there,
But you know what? He was still hitting in the clutch.
That's right. That's all you need.
Yep.
And that may be a superstition. You know how some baseball players are superstitious.
Yep, that's
Gain
right.
a couple pounds,
Well, hey, there was a great third baseman for Boston and New York named Wade Boggs. You know what he did before every single game? Chicken wings. That's what he did. Every single game out of his career, he ate chicken wings right before the game.
With the mambo sauce?
I don't know if he had the sauce. I don't know. That's a DC thing, so I don't know if he had the mambo sauce or not. They don't have that up in Boston or New York, I don't think.
No.
No, they're not that sophisticated.
And by the way, it's Boston.
Boston, yeah, in New York. Yeah, Charles, you agree? Would you take Miguel Cabrera? He'll take Miguel. But, yeah, baseball, unlike any other sport, everybody has, most players have superstitions.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, they do. How they put their pants on or how they wear their wristbands, you name it.
How many steps they take
How many-
before,
right.
you know, taking a hit?
Oh, yeah, Nomar Garciaparra, man, he would step out of the plate and unwrap himself and take his gloves and do all kinds of stuff and then get back in. He'd take 30 seconds between at-bats. That's what happens when it's 41-0. Kevin and I are trying to find stuff to talk about.
That's right. Well, you wonder if Yorktown has any superstitions. You know?
Yeah.
But obviously they're trying to get this game over early and
Right.
trying to make a point here and
Fourth,
trying to
yeah.
get as many points as they can for the end of the season.
Right, it's 41 to nothing. 4 minutes to go. And we're only in the first half. So we got a ways to go. Clock is running though, 3:55 to go. And that is Deshaun Meadows, and he gets stopped just beyond the line of scrimmage.
They are relentless. They are not letting up.
No, they aren't. They're patient at the line, too. There it is. Nice stop. I think that was Bunch in on that one. Louis Green now takes a breather. Yeah, it looked like it was Bunch. He got a little help from his friends right after he got him.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, 3rd down 9, ball on their own 18-yard line. And here's a nice little run up the middle. Going to be close to a first down, but a host of Yorktown Patriots pushed Deshaun Meadows back, but with forward progress, I believe he got the first down. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down there. A rarity now for Falls Church getting the first down. They got it on the run right up the middle. A bit of a misdirection play there, so it's 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. There's a nice pitch back. Meadows is going to have to turn the corner. He does. And gets taken out of bounds finally. He picked up a little bit, though.
A little progress there. You know?
Right. He did. He struggled. He fought for every inch of that. 2:33 to go. The clock stops now because he was out of bounds.
And that's kind of been the story of the night. You know,
Right.
for Falls Church, fighting for every inch.
Every inch. They give him 6 on that carry. Good run. There's Meadows again. Nice run up the middle. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Jags. They're at the 45-yard line. Out of the eye now. Daly with the handoff. Pickup of 2, maybe 3.
Kind of an even kill pace so far
It
of the
is.
field. You know, this is perhaps one of their most successful drives thus
Yeah.
far of the evening, actually.
It is, I agree. I agree. That was Deion DuPont, by the way, out of the eye once again. Across the middle, that one is complete. And that one is to Clint Rock. First time we've called the Rock's name tonight. And he catches it. Micah Gregory on the stop. Catches it enough for a first down. Falls
Perhaps-
Church now with a timeout.
Perhaps Yorktown may be a tad bit tired.
They
I don't
could
know
be.
why, but, you know.
They could be.
All the
But
momentum may be shifting just a little bit.
yes, a little bit. 1:41 to go here in the second quarter. 41-0. You heard it. Second quarter, 41-0. Yorktown on top. And they've been in control of this game all night. Falls Church finally got a little momentum going tonight here late in the first half, and they have progress down the field. I think they started on their own 18-yard line, and now they moved up, where is it, to the Washington, or to the Yorktown 42. So they moved up.
That's right.
They've
And
gone.
admittedly, I would like to see Falls Church get a touchdown. You know,
No,
one for the underdog.
There's nothing
Get
wrong
one
with
in
that.
there.
Nothing wrong with
No?
that. No, not at all. See what the Jags can do, as they've now called timeout.
Perhaps give them a little momentum into their next game.
Yes. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Jags. Once again, out of the I formation. Daly trying to keep this one, and he goes nowhere. He gets stuffed. He gets dragged down. He gets clotheslined, maybe even.
Looks like that play was stopped before it even started.
Yeah.
Just look at the replay.
Look at this. Boom.
Boom.
Didn't get that number
Or
of that
as
Patriot.
John Matt would say, boom.
Yep,
And you
boom.
just said that.
Let's see what the call is here. No flag. Wave the flag off. See, I think they thought originally it might have been a horse collar. What he did was he brought him down, and it was clean, and I think it was Mason Snyder. He originally grabbed his jersey but let go from behind, so they waved that flag.
This is kind of a long drive for Falls Church.
It is. They're showing now. Yorktown again showing blitz daily, and that one's incomplete. Couldn't do anything with it. Every time Yorktown puts 8 or 9 in the box, Falls Church cannot counter, Kevin.
That's right. They close up the box, and as a result, you see what happens to Falls Church. Null and void.
Null and void, right? Here it is again. Right there. They are everywhere. 3rd down now. Yeah, Bobby Futrell and Tyler Downley, they are everywhere, those Patriots. 3rd and 12, ball on the 44.
And it would be so easy for Yorktown just to let up, but they still keep on playing.
Yep, they do. You got to. Daly now. Oh, he's got a man open. This one's complete, and this is going to be a Falls Church touchdown. I believe that's Jordan Coney's 44-yard catch.
One for the underdog.
There you go. There you go. You called it, Kevin.
That's right.
You said you would not mind seeing it. 44-yard pass from Daly to Coney's. Wide open. Touchdown, Falls Church.
Beautiful pass. They finally caught Yorktown sleeping on the job.
They
so to
did,
speak.
and
Beautiful
Daly had
pass.
time. He had time. That was one of the few times he actually had a few seconds. And there you see the score. Yorktown 41, Falls Church 6. They finally
now,
get on the
Make it
board.
respectable, you know,
Yeah, you
although
know.
the score is not indicative of perhaps what we may have want to see, you know, but
Right.
nonetheless, 6.
But with 56 seconds left here in the first half, at least Falls Church can go into the locker room saying, yeah, we can score on the Patriots
That's right.
and come back out and work harder in the second half.
Who knows?
You're right.
Score one for the underdog, like I said.
There
actually.
you go, Kevin. And this one wasn't one for the underdog, but it did go under the crossbar.
That's right.
So it's no good. 41-6 is your score.
That was a soccer kick.
That was,
He was trying to score a goal, you know.
Real Madrid might be looking for him later.
But E for effort, you know.
Yes.
And
Oh,
right now
absolutely.
it's 41-6.
I think that was Verhagen, by the way, with the kick. 41-6. Yep, 56 seconds to go.
And their longest drive, too.
It was their longest drive. They started on their own 18, so it was an 82-yard drive. Capped off with a 44-yard pass from Daly to Jordan Coney's.
And a missed soccer kick.
Yes, and a miss, and a missed extra point soccer kick.
But I love the effort.
Yeah, if they
I
were
like
playing
that.
soccer, it would have been good.
Yeah, that's right.
That would have been a goal.
It would have been 1 point.
Yep.
Yeah.
DC United could have used something like that.
Unfortunate thing.
Unfortunate, they couldn't make the playoffs. They had ample opportunities.
Well, it all depended on whether or not, one, they had to win the two of their last games.
Right.
And on top of that, the Red Bulls had to lose.
Right, they
But
did.
that's not what happened.
Nope, that's not what happened. But you know what? Even if they made it, they didn't deserve to make it. They didn't deserve to make the playoffs. So if they had an opportunity, even before those 2 games that they could have won, even before that, Kevin, they had opportunity after opportunity to beat other teams and lesser teams, so to speak, in MLS, and they couldn't come away with wins. And they beat one of the better teams
Yeah.
in that streak, in
I
that
know.
stretch.
It's been kind of a weird season
They
for
beat
them.
Real Salt Lake, yeah.
Ben Olsen's first start, you
Yeah.
know, obviously as a coach, but you cannot put that on him.
No.
You know, he's given a team to coach, and you got to kind of ask yourself what's going to happen next year.
Right. I like Ben Olsen. I'm a big fan of Ben Olsen's. Not so much of Kevin Payne in the front office, but we'll see what they do next year. But really a disappointing season if you're a DC United fan. It absolutely is.
And the burning question would be, with Charlie Davies, is he going to return to the fold for DC United?
Right. That will be a big question that they have to answer. And there's now, 49 seconds left.
Although Davies has struggled at times.
Yeah, he has. But you know what? The thing about Charlie Davies, Kevin, is what a great comeback it is for him after what he went through when he was in that severe car accident
A good
on the
story.
GW Parkway. And no one ever thought he'd ever play again. I mean, basically, doctors had to open up his head and perform surgery. And here he is playing a couple years later.
That's right.
24 months later, 20 to 24 months later. Don't remember the exact date, but it's about 2 years later. And of course, he missed World Cup in South Africa, so that was sad for him. There's a nice pass, a bit high from Jordan Smith, and that was to Bobby Fattrell, I believe, or Kevin Haberstick. I'm not sure who it was, but it was a nice catch. He had to get up there. There it is. 9 yards on the pass. Smith now looking to throw, decides to run it, crosses the 40, 35-30. Nice run by Jordan Smith. Chase Smith with a good job up the middle, saw a hole and took off.
Road runner.
Yeah,
Although for our audience, I don't know if they're young enough or old enough to remember that reference there. Speedy Gonzalez, I don't know about that either.
right. Those are some great characters. Road runner, if he catches you, you're through. All right, timeout Yorktown with 16 seconds left. Bruce Hanson wants to talk it over with his troops. So, once again, the Patriots, they play at Mount Vernon next week, and then their finale, the big one here at Greenbrier against Washington Lee. And we come to you from Greenbrier Stadium under the Friday Night Lights, Kevin Jeter, Afshin Banab, and the rest of the Arlington Independent Media crew with you. Hope you're enjoying this game. I know it's a blowout, but at least you get to see us up here in the broadcast booth.
But it's football.
It
High
is
school
football. It
you
is.
know.
Yeah, I love high school football. All right, 1st and 10 Patriots from the Falls Church 26-yard line, 16 seconds remaining here in the first half. Smith looking to his right. He unloads it. Incomplete. That one intended for Bennett Vogelsang. 13 seconds remaining here in the first half now. There you see Smith just out of his reach. Vogelsang in. Receiver on the far side. Smith this time looking the other way.
Oh, a bullet pass.
And he got a nice completion there. And that one is complete, and that one is to Jack Mayer, and he goes out of bounds with 7 seconds left. John Gray on the stop there, by the way. Well, Mason Hitt's going to come in. This one will be a 35-yard field goal, Kevin. We're going to try to add a few more points on the board before halftime. 35-yarder for 21, Mason Hitt. Snap good, hold good, hits. Kick is way off base on that one, so that one is no good with 2 seconds left here in the first half.
41 nails to 6 nails in the coffin.
That's right.
You know.
And there is our good number one right there, Jordan Smith. Walking off. He wanted those points. You can look at him.
Yes,
He said,
he
I
did.
want those 3 more points. He was raising it 3-3. What a game he's had in this first half.
Yes, he has.
Yeah,
He's everything as advertised. Quick, fast,
right.
and very patient tonight.
Absolutely patient. Playing well. Finding his holes. Running when he wants to run. When he thinks he can run. Picking the right opportunities to run. And he's passing well. And, of course, it doesn't hurt when you have M.J. Stewart. There's a little reverse, and that'll end the first half. I'm not sure who that pass was intended for. See Jordan Smith and Jack Mayer walking off the field. The rest of the Patriots. 41 for Yorktown. 6 for the Falls Church Jaguars. That's right, you heard us. And we've got a whole half to go, ladies and gents. You're watching high school football on Arlington Independent Media, Comcast 69 and Verizon Fios 38. We'll be back for the second half after this. Please stay with us.